Hello everybody, this is your DM Cody coming at you with Session 5, Loose Ends Summary. We begin with Kaulder heading separate ways from the party, completing his obligation to the Orzhov and now preparing for the next assignment. As we say goodbye to Kaulder, we, for now, say goodbye to Jesse. We move back to the players at the Hopeful Commune, where Draken meets back with Rimuru. Very angry, he demands an explanation about what has been going on. Rimuru reveals that part of why Mai was set is because many people have gotten sick from the apple fungus, and Mai has started to show symptoms of weakness, fatigue, and fever, and that she would no doubt soon have delirium, hallucinations, and black veins coursing through her, which indicated near end of life. He reveals that Chiron, the centaur leader of the commune, has been waiting for Draken to report and fill him in with the Underdark, hoping to have some news about this affliction. Chiron reveals that two members of the Conclave, Buzzywink, a forest gnome, and Tamato, a human freeloader, had died due to the illness. He also lets Draken know that a dwarf man has been seeking employment at the West Tusk Brewing Company by the name of Teldet Heavyhand, trying to give him as much good news as he can. He said he would return by the end of the month if Draken didn't seek him out sooner at the Alcohol is Alchemy Bar and Inn. Going back to the serious situation at hand, Chiron demands or tells Draken of the immense need of healers to find the source of this fungus, and he believes that the Golgari might be involved. But when he believed to have this thought, it seems that the cause of the problem seems to be corruption from the soil. Meanwhile, back at the palace, Xanzibar returns to Nivix and helps Ral Zarek, a powerful and influential member of the Izzet League, with a theory dealing with the potential for a homing beacon for the individuals with the ability to transport entire matter from one location to another. Bastian returns home, where he meets Rick Gig and Gardy Gig, two goblins who have broken into his home, and began asking questions about what he knows about Krinko, a goblin mob boss. They speak about the mob boss with much hate and provide promises to remove any crimes from the logbook of the Boros Legion since they have people in place. If he had shown any interest, he was to go to Dobry, the cheese shop at the Smelting Quarter. Bastian used this time after they had left to attune to the facility Triskelion to gain all of its powers and penalties. Back at the Conclave, Draken mentions that he knows a doctor to Chiron, and Chiron is overjoyed to hear this, but tells Draken that if the doctor asks for monetary value, there's little to be gained, unless Draken would be willing to give a portion of the brewery to him. Draken cringes at the suggestion, but moves on to collect Bastian. As he arrives to Bastian's home, Bastian has another vision from the Old Ones, telling him that he can gain much power. Flesh is the gift, showing him an image of Bastian's wife, which has never been mentioned to the other party members, and that he should kill a woman. He did not see the form, but only the silhouette. After returning back to his senses, he finds Draken banging at his door, and they two talk about potentially helping out the Conclave together when their meeting is interrupted by Fodder. He comes to tell them that due to their assistance in the Underdark, the Boros Legion has allowed for a pardon hearing to take place to forgive them of previous crimes, potentially, either that or to arrest them immediately following. He tells them the tribunal is within the next 2 days. During this time, they should find character witnesses, and they should do good works to prove that they are more beneficial to the city as a whole, rather than being better to be locked up. With this knowledge, together they go to the Conclave. Zessos, during this entire time, has returned back to the Izmeri Library was given 2 bits of information from Lazav the Faceless, the leader of the House Demir Guild. He first alerts Zessos that he is aware of the incident, that Zessos had, due to his incompetence, brought guards to the library and nearly exposed them, and that he was currently being blackmailed from the Lockstone and a High Elf. Due to these failures to maintain secrecy, he had his privileges revoked, and that he must now earn his place back within House Demir. Lazav intended to make Zessos do this by having Zessos take on a mission of theft from a recently powerful member of the Azorius Senate, as well as putting a hit on Zessos as a test. Another Demir agent will take the contract, and if Zessos should survive the backstab, his standing might improve. Around this time, Bastian also went to the library quickly while on the way to the Conclave and paid back his debt there, and then again returned to the direction of the commune. During this time, Xanzibar, being close to the library as well, met up with Bastian and Draken on their way. But Zessos goes on to fulfill his new mission, taking this to be his priority. Draken, Bastian, and Xanzibar meet, and Xanzibar uses his abilities to remove the feeble mind from Sevria, returning her to normal. She exclaims that a Medusa or Gorgon had turned her feeble and made Piran into a statue. The group meets with Chiron, urging them to look to the Golgari for answers, and Sevria vouches to help. The group returns to Bastian's home to sleep and continue the mission in the morning. In the night, Draken has terrible nightmares, first dealing with the insignificance that he feels when compared to Rimru's powerful magics. Then he has the ideas that he should be more powerful. He should be respected. Finally, he's brought back to the time where he was young, alone, and afraid due to his cowardly nature and overall fear. Finally, his dreams turn to a black forest with red dying trees, and this feeling to call to him. The dream scars him terribly and torments him for most of the next following day. Bastian, however, sleeps like a baby, feeling more vitalized than ever, sleeping with the triskelion around his neck. The group moves on to the next day, half going to the Golgari Undercity, the other half going to see Ophiria to ask about Paxiz, a bard that was recently told to have been dying from an incurable disease, but was still alive. Bastian, upon seeing Ophiria, realizes that she was the silhouette of the woman that he has been told to kill. He suppresses this feeling and asks Ophiria his questions. Ophiria provides little answers, only that Paxiz still lives and that anything further would violate secrets of the cult of Rakdos. Bastian also uses this time to ask if it would be possible for him to take residence at the palace, since he is studying the Triskelion for her, and he feels like his own house might be too exposed, due to people just breaking into there. She considers this, and Sevria and Bastian take this to leave and meet with the rest of the group at the Dreadbridge Chasm, the official way into the Golgari territory that they did not take the first time. There they meet Maktak Zadina, the leader of the Dev-Karin faction, and a high advisor to Jarad Voltsavo, the Golgari Lich Lord. She informs the party of a split between the Golgari and a group calling themselves the Craw, which was the forces of the party that they had fought at the Foundry. Revealing this, she tells them of a powerful witch named Granny Black Agatha Mudwallow. Bastian remembers this name in Piran's manifesto, and this was an ally of Piran's, and Zadina tells them that she and her followers have been planning a powerful spell that needed a flower that grew from the stump of a fallen tree in the heart of Selesnian Conclave territory, and that this flower would be the stepping stone to the completion of her plan. The desolation of the races that live on the world above by ruining their soil and corrupting the harvest. The group with this information thanked her for her time, and that if the time came, they would find a way to help and find and defeat members of this hag's coven. With that, they made their way back to the surface to find the next leg of their adventure. And that is going to lead us into Session 6, coming up to here soon. I hope y'all have enjoyed these summary videos, and I hope you will join us as we move back into the real thing. Thanks, guys. See you soon.